Hey guys, today we are going to be doing a little breakdown comparing the narratives from the officers involved in myself and Justice Jake's arrest back in March. And we will be comparing them to the video evidence that we all have seen already. To begin, Mr. Lou Riva claims that he noticed both myself and my brother were carrying cell phones, and he says, I opened the door to determine what their business was and informed them cell phones were not permitted inside. The female said she wanted to drop off complaint forms. I shut the door as they were not putting their phones away and pointed to the sign. I told them they would be arrested for violating 55 ILCS 5/36017 if they came in with their phones. This is what Miss Donna Ortiz claimed happened in those same moments. She claims she heard Deputy Riva advise them that they weren't able to come in with electrical devices, that they would need to put those items in their vehicles or rent a locker at our jail lobby to the west of the building. At that time, they became verbally confrontational, stating that Deputy Riva was violating their rights. He, at that point, shut the front entrance door in a secure position. All right, this is Jim Noblock's narrative as to what happened before Mr. Lou Riva initially closed the door on us. He says he heard Angel and Jacob yelling at Court Security Deputy Riva that they wanted to enter the building. Court Security Deputy Riva advised that they could come in if they put their cell phone or their electronic devices back in their vehicle or rent a locker at the jail. Now let's see what actually happened before that man closed the door. Accountability Angel here, and we are back outside the Criminal Justice Center in Ottawa, Illinois. We have Sir, that violates the Constitution. We have complaint forms to turn in. So, as you guys can see, none of which what they just stated was true at all. We weren't being confrontational. We weren't yelling or carrying on at all. Moving on. All right, guys. After Justice Jake was let in the building when I was holding his phone, all three deputies appeared to have skipped where they had left me outside for about 7 minutes knowing that I had complaints to turn in. Court Security Deputy Riva claims that Court Security Deputy Jim Noblock opened the door to ask the person behind Angel what his business was. He said he was waiting to pick up a police report from records and did not have a phone and was allowed entry. Jim attempted to close the door and Angel used her body to block the door from closing. Angel then used her right hip and was pushing against Jim as he stood in the doorway and used his right arm to hold the other door to brace himself. Angel kept making false statements claiming Jim was pushing her and grabbing her with his left hand, which he held behind his back the entire time. All right, these are the claims from Donna Ortiz about those same moments. She says Deputy Noblock opened the door and told Angel she needed to step back so he could find out what the male subject behind her needed. He, at that time, had the male subject approach and let him in the front entrance. During that time, Angel grabbed the door and positioned herself into the doorway, as well as Deputy Noblock positioned himself. This is what Jim Noblock claims happened in those moments, and he's also claiming I battered him. He says, at this time, I approached the door and opened it to see what he needed. Angel put her weight into the door and stopped the door from closing. Angel then was pushing her right hip into my left side of my body, trying to get past me. I raised my arm to brace myself, blocking the door from her entering the building. As I was standing in the door, Angel continued to push into me, trying to enter the building. I advised Angel to step back. Angel continued to push me, saying I was touching her. All right, guys, and this is what really happened. As you can see, it's at the 8:55 mark in the video, so they had me standing out there for quite some time telling them that I had complaints to turn in, but watch what happens. Remember, Jim claims that he had a conversation with this man, and so did the other officers, asking him if he had a phone and official business.
You need to come in, sir?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
Come on in.
Excuse me, get your body off me, Jim. Jim is pushing into me right now. You will see him touching near my rear end in a minute and then claiming he was not. So immediately the first battery from him happens. Body off me. Excuse me. I'm trying to turn my complaint forms in, Jim.
Okay.
Don't touch me. See that? He's about to say he's not touching me. He's touching me. See, he's claiming he's not, but it certainly felt like it and looked like it to me.
I'm not.
Don't touch me. Get your hand away from my ass.
Let me close the door.
Get your hand away from my ass, sir. Get your hand away from me. Guys, do you see what's going on here? Mike, tell him to get the lieutenant. Excuse me. Excuse me, you're literally touching me.
If you continue to touch me, you're going to be charged.
For what?
So get your body off of me.
For what? It doesn't matter. It's not a lawful order. You're violating my rights. Look what Jim's doing to me.
My hand.
If you guys notice, he didn't ever tell me to step back when he's sitting there pushing me. He didn't say step back until way later, and Jacob actually had to keep questioning him whether he was requesting it or demanding it. But keep watching, guys. These guys are bad. They're bad news. They planned all this. They try to align those complaints or those narratives. Look.
Behind my back.
Look at him.
Get your body
He's
off
impeding
of
my movement. He's stopping my
Get
journalism.
Your body off of
no,
me.
get away
You're
from
going
me.
to be charged with obstructing justice.
For what? For what?
For obstructing
For what?
justice.
That's not obstruction. Do it then. Do it. You'll get false arrest, bro.
Move back.
Get off
or
me.
You're going to be arrested.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Move
Don't
back.
push me, bro. See, that's why my camera was moving around, because he was actively shoving me with his, left side, his upper arm. But watch their body language, guys. Watch their body language, because keep in mind, they are claiming that I'm actively trying to shove my way into this building. Mutt, you need to get one of them motherfuckers. He's putting his hands on me.
My hand's behind my back.
No, you're putting your fucking body on me. Now get away from me. I have a right to be in this building, and I have a right to turn in my complaint. Look, that's the second he decides to put his hand there to frame me because he was battering me. Look at that. And he's claiming he was bracing himself because I was shoving on him. But look at their body language. Look how neither of them are directly looking at me.
Understand if you walk in with these phones, you're getting arrested.
No, I'm not. I was here last week, honey. Oh, yeah? I'm getting... See, if you walk in with the phones, you're getting arrested. I thought I was just battering this man. Wouldn't I be arrested for battering him? This is crazy, guys. Arrested. That's a violation of the 14th Amendment. What am I going to be arrested for? Don't hurt him. Now watch this, guys, because... they're claiming Jacob ran wildly and immediately got in their faces, but actually Jacob says, excuse me, sir, multiple times trying to get back in the building to finish whatever his business was. But they're claiming that that did not occur and that he immediately was on them. And they also are claiming that what they said in the affidavit was that he was approaching the struggle with me and continued to approach the struggle as they were still struggling with me after he went face to face. But you will see right here, guys, you will see that their attention goes to him. They're not worried about me in that moment. Watch it.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
No, it's not. You can't tell him what his business is. Jim is still physically touching me, guys. Jim is still physically touching me.
You need to move your arms, Jim.
Excuse me, sir.
You've already screamed.
Get your hands away from me. Get your body off me.
You need to let me in. You already walked out. You're done.
You don't know if he has more business here or not. Clearly we do, and he's a witness to my complaint. Get your hands off me, Jim. You are not allowed to use your body to impede my movement or to intimidate me. It's a federal offense. Look, they're not looking at me, but they're so terrified I'm about to barge in this building.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Excuse us.
Are you refusing me access to the building?
I am.
On what grounds?
Excuse us.
On what grounds?
Excuse me,
Stop
Jim.
pushing me, ma'am.
I'm trying to make my way
You
through.
don't get to say shit, buddy. What the fuck do you want?
Yeah, exactly. You're violating our rights. Arrest us, please. Please arrest us. We'd love the lawsuit, wouldn't we?
Do something.
Wouldn't we? Bye, honey.
Something. Take me down. You got the balls.
Right? You got the... See? Still not paying attention to me at all. Because they're claiming he interfered with my arrest. But if you read the affidavit, what they're actually claiming is that they were trying to arrest me in this moment. And that Jim was going to be my arresting officer, but Jacob was impeding that. But look, that's not what's going on here, is it? Balls behind the glass, don't you, buddy?
Come on. Come on.
Come on, man. Let's see it.
Do something.
Do it.
You need to let me in the building.
You're violating our rights. You are impeding our travel. You are not allowing us.
Pick up the pace.
Get your hands away from me.
Come on, buddy.
Get your hands away from me, sir.
So you're not gonna let me in, right?
I have a complaint
Hang
to
on.
turn in.
Let's do this.
Hold that. I'm going live.
So we show that he's actually just straight up.
Yeah, look what he's doing. He's literally ramming his body into me for like minutes. All right, guys, this is where I decided to go live because I knew it was getting really bad.
What order?
It's an unlawful order, Jim.
What's the
Get
order?
away from us
Is that a
now.
order?
Get
You
away.
tell me to step back.
Guys, look what he's doing. We are at the LaSalle County Sheriff's Office
Why won't
right
you look
now.
at me, buddy?
The
Come
order
on.
is to step back from the door.
What's the
What?
order? Get away from me, sir.
Ma'am, you're impeding my space. You're
No, you are
Oh,
impeding our travel.
Shit!
You are
Oh,
no, you are violating multiple.
We are impeding your space, but what you're doing, acting as a public official under color of law, is not.
Do you guys see what they're doing? They're just looking down at the ground, looking off into nowhere, but I am actively shoving him right now. That's what they're claiming. And when these road deputies come up, every one of them claim that I was shoving him. And then one of them claimed that he saw me shoving him and then later found out it was Jim, which is the same man that wrote the affidavit.
Impeding our free travel and will.
Have you
Is that right?
Have you heard of Title 18 USC Section
Oh,
241,
no.
Conspiracy against rights? Or
Oh,
Title
no,
18
boy.
USC Section 242, deprivation of rights? Is this how any officer you've ever met is trained to behave when they are actively being battered by somebody for minutes? Several minutes they're claiming I was doing this. Yet they're just, look at Jim, just looking off into La La Land. All over. Lou Riva is actually reading from my notebook where I was reading about Title 18 and all that. He's looking. But they're claiming that I'm actively putting hands on Jim. It's under color of law, right?
Still here.
Right? What are these? These are federal offenses.
The road.
Federal offenses. You guys are fucked.
Still blocking.
All right, Title 42 USC Section 14141, pattern and practice, right, Jim? This is a pattern and practice for LaSalle County Sheriff's Department to violate our rights, isn't it? Why don't you get Templeton to come to the county board meeting with us? Let's squash it right then and there. But right now, as you see, I am not outside and I'm not even leaning into him. I actually, at this point, I have my phone in my hand and I'm holding a whole notebook with my complaint form. So, I don't know what they're talking about. Now, you have your hands on me and you need to get the fuck away from me right now. Everybody, we are at the LaSalle County Sheriff's Office. Jim and this douchebag right here are blocking our travel. Jim is physically touching me right now. Yep.
No, you're touching
As I'm trying to get in the building. As I'm trying to get in the building. The number is 815-433-2161.
Step back.
All right, guys, keep in mind, they're claiming that I was actively putting hands on him when they swooped me up from behind. In just a second here, you're going to hear me freak out as he comes up out of nowhere. And then Sergeant Majerus, the man doing it, is heard stating that he was not my arresting officer, when indeed he was my arresting officer. And Sergeant Majerus also claims... All right, Sergeant Majerus is claiming that these two subjects would not allow court security officers to close the door. They weren't trying to close the door. Not in that moment at all. He also states, I then advised Court Officer Noblock, Riva, and Ortiz that they need to place Angel and Jacob under arrest. That's definitely not what occurred. He actually told me himself that I was under arrest and grabbed me up with no warning, right in that very moment. He also claims that Angel was escorted to the sheriff's office and back to the jail. End of report. When indeed he was actually jerking me around while I was in handcuffs, causing injury to kind of my forearm wrist area, like a little above my wrist. But he doesn't claim that I was being a problem while he was walking me back there. So why did I end up getting abused while in handcuffs, surrounded by, I believe, 7 officers? And they felt the need to abuse me in handcuffs. Specifically, Lawrence Majerus, badge number 1086, abused me while in handcuffs. That's who. All right, let's finish this.
815-433-2161. No. We are trying to get into our publicly funded building to turn in complaints.
Move back.
We are trying to turn in complaints, guys. 815-433-2161. We are live on YouTube, guys.
So once again, they outnumber us.
Will you shut your phones off, man? Where's Waldo? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Look at this. Look what he's doing.
From my area.
Look what he's doing.
Yes.
For what? Get your hands off me.
You're under arrest.
Let go of the phone. Let go of my phone. Let go of my phone. You broke my pen. Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me. Get off me.
All right, guys. Well, pretty much it's just all over and you can't see anything the few more seconds it's on. But they were seen on my live video before they somehow either purposefully or accidentally posted it, manipulating my phone after they had already shut off the video or shut off the phone, allegedly. They kept manipulating it before they had a search warrant, which I found to be weird. But let's hop over to Justice Jakes here and show his point of view, because they're claiming that during this arrest where I'm getting jerked around all crazy, as you see, he made me, my phone went to the ground and showed him my complaint form, which they never ended up accepting anyway. Also went to the ground, but watch what Jacob's doing, because he certainly was not interfering with my arrest. All right, guys, to see this full video, you can click down below and I will have Justice Jake's channel tagged. But watch from his point of view my arrest and that he was not interfering with it.
Number us with armed people.
Where's Waldo? Thank you.
I've asked numerous times.
Look at this.
For you
Look
to
what he's
move back
doing.
from my area.
Look what he's doing. I'm trying to turn this complaint in.
Yes.
You're under arrest. For what? Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. I'm trying to turn in a complaint.
Let go of the phone.
Let go of my phone. Let go of my phone. You broke my pen. Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me. Get off me. I'm not.
Remember, Jacob's just standing there. Did you guys see him move anywhere? Nope. Look, this man feels so comfortable that Jacob's not interfering that he bends over directly in front of him with his back to him. Probably his gun to him, too. Watch. Watch this.
Not resisting. What? Do you have this on film?
Yeah.
Do you have this on film?
Who's next? Couple more.
For what?
Stay in here
For
till you're going to jail, too.
Guys.
So the man I supposedly battered sounded way too giddy to say, they say you're going to jail too, then arrests him, puts the cuffs on him, and then drags him down the hallway clear to the jail, which was quite a hike for a man that just got his wrist injured by me. But as you guys can see, Justice Jake did not interfere with my arrest, nor did I batter anybody. I didn't batter a soul. They're freaking liars, guys. You can see clearly they conspired against us because their lies in some ways add up, but they're directly contradictory to this video, to any video. All videos go completely against what they're saying. And that is what you get with the LaSalle County Sheriff's Office when you're trying to turn in a complaint form and request to do so 20 times. I said it the 20th time was just about a millisecond before Sergeant Majerus grabbed me up. He heard me say it. I had it in my hands. And this is what happened. And you guys better know, you can't believe these guys. Cannot believe them. This is sick. They shouldn't be able to prosecute anybody based on any charges that come from this office because clearly they fabricate them. Knowing that there's video, they fabricate them. It's messed up, guys. And these are supposed to be our peace officers. Shame on them. They'll pay for this one day. Pretty soon. Bye, guys.